Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Are we witnessing the slow death of consoles? Of course we are. Specifically the PlayStation, we already know what the state of the Xbox is, right? It's on life support. And guys, let me tell you this. I'm a big supporter of console. Console gaming is what I grew up with. That's what I love. But I have to be honest here. From a business perspective, from everything that I know about business, and I consider myself more educated than the general public. I'm not the smartest guy on earth by any means, right? But I am a business analyst, so I'll give you my perspective, right? I'll give you my perspective of where the industry could go or what we're looking at now. Now, in no way, and I'm telling you right now, if you are sensitive, if you're a sensitive soul to bad news, maybe this is not the video for you. Right? It isn't. Just go ahead and enjoy your PlayStation right now. Enjoy your Xbox, whatever the heck you're playing, and you can go on from there. But I'm going to give you a big picture, right? A big picture view of where I see the industry going, right? So I'm going to put it as an example here, the PlayStation 5. Are we witnessing the slow death of consoles as we know them, right? Maybe the PlayStation 6 might be the last of the Mohicans, where maybe it's only digital, right? And let me tell you something. For everything that was said about Atari and their console, which is half PC, half console, whatever you want to say it, they were ahead of the curve. Ahead of the curve on what consoles will be in the future, right? The Atari, the new VCS, is a PC. Is a PC that plays, Atari software and their operating system. But this might be the future of consoles for the next generation. And after that, I'm afraid to tell you that the only thing that makes business sense is to adopt the Xbox Game Pass model. In addition to, buying your own games digitally. That's the only thing that makes sense for the companies to make the most amount of money and release them on multi-platforms. Let's look at the PlayStation 5 here, right? This article here is from True Trophies, and it's dated January 23rd, right? So it's fairly recent, right? And from what the reader read to me, right? And my kiddos here is going to help me put this up, and hopefully it'll be in a manner that you can guys read, but I'll try to be as descriptive as I can with the limitations I have right now, guys. I just came back from the doctor and I'm like Swiss cheese. They poke me everywhere. Oh my Lord, I don't feel great, let me tell you. And reading articles with the reader and just watching the screen, the very few minutes that I have a day I have to use for college, because I haven't, I'm not taking any time off. I'm trying to go through it with all the accessibility tools that are made in order to fulfill my classes. So with that said, this is all 17 games at the list for the PS5, and you tell me from this list what games are must-buys for you that you can't live with. Astrobot. Astrobot's Playroom, right? Astro's Playroom. Double Land of Water Scar, estimated release in window 2025 sometime, right? Death Stranding 2. That would be it for me, right? If I was going to buy the console, it would be for this game right here. We have Demon Souls, which is a remake. Destruction All-Stars, is that really what we're pining for here? Is that the desires of the public? Exiled, estimated release window in 2025. Ghost of Yotei, of course. The controversial because of its actress. I think the game's going to be fine regardless of who's acting it. They know the disasters that they've had before, so I think the studio's going to stick to a winning formula. It wouldn't make any other sense, but it's going to be somewhere in 2025, right? As far as this says, Lost Soul aside, again, 2025. Marvel's Wolverine is estimated for 2026, right? Phantom Blade Zero, estimated for 2025, looks great. Physint, unknown release window. Project Awakening, estimated 2025. Project Genieway, 2025 also release window. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, unknown release window, but that would be another one for me, right? There's two. Stellar Blade, great game, right? Who knows how many of these, right? Who knows how many of these are going to go into PC after a certain amount of time? Sword of the Sea, 2025, and The Winds Rising. Now, that's all 17 PS5 only games as of right now. Compare that to PS3 games, even PS4 games, which are even less, but let's just say PS4. PS3, let me take you back to the PS2. Do you feel the same level of excitement for these? You don't. You don't. There's no way. There's 17 games. How many years are we into this generation now? How many years? Think about it. And we have 17? This generation is almost over. 2027, the PS6 is going to be out. They could try to stretch it to 28, but that's not going to make any sense with the power of computers, right? If they wait till 2027, 2028, Xbox will eat them up with the power of the cloud and AI. So they can't wait that long. So what is it that you're going to get? You're going to get exactly what the Atari is, a mini PC with digital downloads only. They may offer a disc, which is going to be detachable, sort of like they did with the PS5 Pro. But at that point, are you really buying and spending $500, $600, $700 on a console to have 17 games, exclusives only? I mean, if you love Call of Duty, there's people that buy the PlayStation for Call of Duty. But at what point does it stop making sense as the prices of computers come down, as cloud gaming becomes more efficient? And let me tell you, it is really efficient. For example, you can play right now No Man's Sky on the cloud, no problem, right? You can play many games on the cloud right now with the Xbox Game Pass with absolutely no problem. They're good enough to play. Are they perfect? No, but they're good enough. Played Ninja Gaiden 2. I mean, I've seen my kids do it, and I played it before I had the accident. So at what point does it stop making economical sense? And on top of that, you have to factor in the fact that kids right now are playing on tablets. So you're not even gaining a new customer base. All you're doing is trying to satisfy your current customers. You're not growing the market. A business needs to grow. And as the expenses for making these video games on Concord keep increasing, you can't take those chances and still produce hardware and think that you're going to be profitable long term. It doesn't make sense. The only thing that does make sense is producing digital games, sticking to software only like Xbox is trying to do, like Microsoft is trying to do. If you don't have those exclusives, if you don't have, if you don't give people reasons to play your console, and this is the problem for these companies, that the new gamers that they're trying to attract only play on tablets. That's their preferred method of gaming. They don't need a controller. So what's the only solution for these companies? They have to start making games to cater to the most amount of customers. And if the most amount of customers are playing on tablets, guess what? You're getting some cell phone games here pretty soon. It's the nature of the beast. I'm not enjoying what I'm telling you because I wish it wasn't so. But it's the only thing that makes business sense. These companies are different than Nintendo. Nintendo took the other way around. They don't care about the power of the console, right? They also have a problem because if they're trying to increase their numbers, they're trying to sell more people, they need to establish a base on mobile and on tablet, because that's where the kids are playing. Because if they don't, the only winners here long term are going to be Minecraft and Roblox. And I'm just being serious here, guys. Excuse me while I take a drink. And that's what I see for the market. I'm not trying to in any way tell you that these these brands are no good, that these companies are no good. But the facts are the facts. I just read you this list. If you're a brand new customer, there's only maybe 2 or 3 games here that would compel you to buy this. But if they're timed exclusives and they're going to come out on PC, and you can play them on a laptop that you already own, or you can play them on a computer that you already own, how much are you looking forward to buying a console when you can just buy the controller and hook it up to your PC and play the game? Excuse me here a sec. Sorry. I'm still recouping, believe it or not. And the cough that I have is not from actually having the cough. It's from the other issues that I've talked to you about before. So the future for us console gamers is looking pretty bleak. I mean, I'm not buying a PS6 unless I get it for a gift. I'm not buying a Switch 2 unless I get it for a gift. And if anything, I'm going to buy more of these consoles that are coming out right now once they're selling them used. Because I think the only thing that makes sense monetarily, right, would be to buy a PC and stick to your cell phone and maybe get an adapter for your cell phone if you want to play it that way, you know. Hook it up to your controller. But there isn't anything that I see in any of these companies when you start looking at their revenue streams, when they start looking at their projections, when you start looking at the questions that investors are asking right now, all of them, absolutely all of them, all the sharp investors are asking about digital, they're asking about mobile, and they're asking about this diversification. Those are the 3 things on the mind of the investors. And long term, they will win over the public because they're the ones putting up the money. They're not here to put out another $200-300 million for another Concorde. That's a great way to go broke long term. Right? And you know, it has nothing to do with woke games or anything like that. You can make whatever kind of game you want. The public will decide. If your game is woke and it's fun, people will buy it and play it. If your game is not woke and it's fun, people will buy it and play it. Guys, I've always told you the same thing. As a gamer, we don't care if Satan himself makes the game. If it has good game mechanics and we enjoy the story, we're going to play it. That's the way the public is. That's how fickle the public is. And if you don't think the giants of today can't go down tomorrow, just remember what happened in Nintendo. One console, right, could have broken the company. If it wasn't for the DS, if it wasn't for their mobile business more than once that saved them, they could have gone by the wayside too. And these companies are not as strong. They don't have the IPs that Nintendo have. So I believe, and I make to you this case, that we're witnessing the final 2 iterations as consoles as we know it. What we grew up with, the PS1, the PS2 eras, where you had all those exclusives, where you were excited about buying a particular platform because the game that you wanted was on there, because the type of games that you wanted were on there. That's over, and it's never coming back. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to be so grim, but if you had to put your money on it, which I do, which I own stocks in all these companies, this is what I'm looking for if I want a return on my investment. And at the end of the day, guys, the fact that you have fun with these games is just a byproduct of people investing money. It's always about the money. All right, humans, I'm sorry to give you grim news, but I have to give you the other point of view. I'm not going to sit here and tell you something that I don't see coming or give you false hopes. But hey, there's always collecting, right? There's always retro collecting, and there's always getting prepared. All right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.